even though you and I never did a duet together. But hey, we are about ready to start. We're gonna start in T minus 30 seconds. We are already streaming
Are we
on the internet?
Sweet.
Huh?
I said sweet.
Yeah, and we're about ready to start. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you tuning in or on Inebri-art's website or just wherever, this is the non-essential comedy show where we provide you 50 minutes of stand-up comedy. Well, kind of stand-up comedy from each of our living rooms, and you get to enjoy this. You get to stay at home. You get to be safe. Just a couple ground rules. We encourage you to have your microphone on open. We have it. We encourage you to have it not on mute so we can hear the laughter. Because if we don't hear the laughter, it's just massively awkward. It's just a TED talk at that point. So we need laughter. We need it kind of like the Pixie Fairy, like Tinkerbell. Like she needs people to believe in her. We need laughter. So if you can laugh, that'd be awesome. Some exceptions for having the mute on. If there are kids in the background, that's a good exception to have the mute on. Also, if you have a fan going off, if your TV's on, if you're beating your kids, you shouldn't beat your kids. But if you do, just have it on mute. You really shouldn't beat your kids because someday they're going to get big and they're going to put you in a home. And in that home, they're going to beat the shit out of you. So don't beat your kids. Or if your girlfriend is Amber Heard, maybe have it on mute. I'm not telling you how to live your life in that. That's a very gray area. Just being married to Amber Heard, or maybe you should have your microphone on. That way, we'll all be witnesses. That way, the 15 people in here can all be witnesses to the horror, and then hopefully one of us will find your finger. Hopefully, we will find it. As far as Amber Heard just still being within Aquaman 2, I'm gonna make a fair compromise. She can be in Aquaman 2 as long as Johnny Depp can be Aquaman. I think that's a fair compromise. Just upgrade Jason Momoa to Batman. Like, we won't question it. Batman with dreads, it can happen. But yeah, have Johnny Depp as Aquaman. It was torture. And nope, you gotta be nice to me. You gotta be nice. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a fantastic lineup today. I am your host, AJ Haypenny. Before I bring up your first comedian, I'm excited to announce that I have 75,000 social media followers as of today.
Yeah.
All right, golf clap. That's pretty much all it deserved. That's all right. I love how I could share something on TikTok and I'll get like a couple thousand likes, and then I'll share it on Facebook. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You unsupportive bastards. But that's all right. There's some people that like my art. For some reason. And then I shared this one thing. Are you guys familiar with the website Cameo? Raise your hand if you're familiar with the website Cameo. Okay. Most of you are. Cameo is a site that you go onto and you can hire celebrities to do shout outs. I literally hired WWE wrestler Damian Sandow for $25 to do a shout out to my buddy Dan for his birthday. Do you know how much the wrestler Undertaker costs? How much, Randy?
$1,000.
That's right, $1,000 fucking dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And then so this is 100% true. Pete Andrews shared me one of his cameos, and then I shared it to my TikTok, and it started off with the Undertaker. He's hat, full gear. He just goes, AJ, "You're fine." Like, holy shit! I thought it was for me. I literally thought, like, Pete Andrews, did you literally spend $1,000 for me to get confidence from from the Undertaker? But then after a half a second of thinking, like, no, AJ, that's nobody would ever spend $1,000 on you, nor should they. Just no. But then when I shared it on it, there's so many people on my social media that thought it was for me. And there's a lot more people that didn't know what Cameo was. So that's why I asked all of you if you knew what Cameo was. And it's literally people thinking, hundreds of people thinking that The Undertaker was hitting on me. Even though he didn't say a last name. And then of course you get the comments, like there was one person that said, "Well, are you gonna do it?" Listen, if the Undertaker and I hooked up, he would not go back to Michelle. He would. Dude, I would rock, like, the Undertaker likes to like roll his eyes in the back of his head after a promo. Like, that's how he would look. I would rock his world. We'd be tombstoning all night. We would.
Oh my god!
Like, are you gonna hit it and quit it, AJ? No, it won't be his last ride. That was for me. That was a specific niche joke just for me. Lloyd, I love how your background looks like somebody's prom picture. It's just or with all the blue. I don't know if it's a black light, and those are all spots of God. I hope it's not. I hope like nobody got SVU'd in your room. That's just my. But folks, before I bring up your first comedian, and I said that for the past 2 minutes. Yeah, we were featured in the Boston Globe, which is awesome. Yeah, because last time I was in the Boston Globe is for that DUI alleged. I just want alleged. The case was thrown out because the cop was also drunk too. But guys, if you follow Inebri-art, or if you're my friend on Facebook, I do have this live stream playing right now. So if you could go on either of our pages, my personal page, just share it. Just share it. That way, like I say every week, we want from 3 people to 5 people watching. So if you do share it, that'd be awesome. Big ol' help. And I think we're ready to bring up first feature comedian. And I'm excited. If you've been following the show for a while, you know that I like to use non-gender specific pronouns to describe the people coming up. So this person, I am so glad they're in my life. I am so glad that they're in the comedy scene. They make the Massachusetts scene so much better just by them being everywhere. And they are such a magnificent presence. So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Lloyd Legacy Sharp.
Yeah.
You know what I've always wanted? I've always wanted to do a comedy set under lighting that matched my shirt.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, let's get this out of the way straight away. Yeah, I'm aware of what today is. I'm not impressed. Guess what? I'm black every Friday. Your commercialism is a big deal. But for me personally, I'm glad that we are almost to the end. We're almost to the end of 2020. We're getting there. Because earlier this year, I thought to myself, man, we really need a break. And then the world went to bed. Be careful. Be careful what you wish for. You get fucked. But I don't know how many of you out there would consider yourself religious. I myself am agnostic. If you don't know what agnostic means, it's a fancy, spiritual, snobbish way of saying no matter what you believe, part of me agrees with you. But if you don't believe that hell is a real place, how the hell do you explain the existence of 2020?
This is true.
Clearly, because only in a year like this, crafted straight from the hands of Lucifer. Oh God. What the hell?
This part of the show.
And I miss you like the deserts miss the rain.
Saturday
No.
Night Fever.
Stop. No, stop. Not today, Satan. See, that always works. And who says you can't learn anything on Twitter? Anyway, only in a year like this can I have what could best be described as a racist encounter with my air conditioner. I come home from shopping. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna sit down here. This is a stand-up comedy show. But then I was on a comedy show, so I sat down. Right next to the air conditioner. And they hit me in the face. And instead of going out again like I was supposed to, I couldn't move. And in my dazed state of mind, it was almost as if the air conditioner said, nah, nigga, you're gonna stay right here.
Oh.
Can't talk to me like that, air conditioner. You're right. Not the first time I've ever had an awkward conversation with a white counterpart. For example, conventional comedy wisdom says to write what you know. My conventional wisdom says, what the fuck do I know? And anybody can come up here and tell you that they're an idiot. I'm a professional. I'm going to prove it. Have you ever learned something about yourself that you didn't know prior to visiting Quincy, Massachusetts? Right here. I have. Aside from learning that I'm terrible at insulting people, because I overanalyze my own dialogue. Hey, go fuck yourself! No, you're doing a pleasure. Hey, where do you get off? No, that's more than I want to know about you. I didn't mean to encroach. On McGrath Highway, I had the best and worst conversation with a junkie. And I'll tell you how it happened. We were sitting there waiting for the bus. I'm waiting for the thing. He's waiting for the thing. And the best way to make the best of the situation is to say nothing, do nothing, wait for the vehicle. He didn't do that. He looked at me and he said, hey, bro, you know where I can find some hard?
Damn.
I don't speak narcotics. I live in the South End. Right now. Methadone is right down there. Don't hang out there enough to know the lingo. So I said, nah, man, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Oh, come on, man. You got to know where I can find some hard.
What?
Now, I know this could have gotten me in trouble, but I didn't care. I was annoyed. So broad daylight, 2 p.m., McGrath Highway. Those of you who have been screwed in your life, you know where McGrath Highway is. I said, look, this isn't 1945. People like you cannot tell people like me what we have to do anymore.
Damn.
However you think you react to that. Now, however you think he reacted to that, and I'm going to close on this, you're going to be surprised.
Thank fucking God for that.
Oh, no, man, you're absolutely right, man. No, seriously, in fact, slavery, that whole thing, that was all my fault, man. That was all my fault. I'm so sorry, bro. But no, bro, you survived, though. You survived up top. No, put the phone away, bro. You survived. Oh, put the phone away, bro. You survived up top. You survived. You survived.
My little brother, he had an aneurysm when he was 15.
Oh shit! When he was 15.
Like we
Now-
watching now.
I'd like to tell you that I wrote that. Worse, it happened. Now, here's why I'm not mad. Here's why you can't get mad either. Because he started the conversation asking that someone like me for drugs, and then ended it by single-handedly taking responsibility for the enslavement of my people. You hear that and think awkward, weird, out there. I say, starting off shaky, sticking the landing. That guy's more progressive than half of the people making policy in Congress today. I love that man. That man is everything. Quincy Junkie 2024. Thank you.
Guys, give it up for Lloyd Legacy Sharp.
Yeah.
What did we just watch?
Laserium.
The laser light show. He's like,
Comedy Laserium.
Lloyd, it kind of reminded me of when you watch deleted scenes and there's no music, but there's all the lights and all the craziness going around. I don't know what the fuck I watched, but I dug it. I just wish I had more edibles before that. I wish I was on more drugs. And then you were talking about that junkie. He has a name, and I'm a little offended. that was mean, Lloyd. But that was a trip, Lloyd. Thank you for coming on, and I hope you keep the microphone so we can hear your amazing laughter. All right,
Yes.
guys, we got 3 more comedians, and then we're gonna have the talking trash segment after the show, where the audience is welcome to join on in, as long as you're not beating your children. Please don't beat the kids. I emphasize that. People are gonna splice that. I'm gonna get canceled. I've already been canceled 3 times last week. I don't need it again. It's just a hassle to get out of it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to intro this next individual, again, without using gender-specific pronouns. So, this next person, probably the most reliable person in comedy, probably, I think I would say the rise fasting, fasting, like they're starving themselves, the fastest rising individual in all the New England scene. My go-to, ladies and gentlemen, the very, very funny Brieana Woodward.
Yeah.
that's me, everybody. Give it up for your host one more time, and for Lloyd. He is coming at us live from a pine tree on LSD. He is and abducted aboard the mothership. He is. I like that he said he didn't speak junkie. Like he doesn't know narcotics. He doesn't talk narcotics. It's like I felt that. Like I've never done drugs, but I do have knuckle tattoos. So people they think I too speak narcotics. Like I'm just like, damn. This is how AJ feels when people just speak Spanish at him. It's like
It's exactly.
like, no, I understand what I look like, but like, no. Like, that's
I tell him every time, different kind of brown, but hey.
different. Yeah, right. That's what I have to tell him. I'm like, no, I'm just on unemployment. Leave me alone. It's fine. White trash. We are like one eggshell shade away from being the same. It's fine. But you're crushing everybody. Damn. Hell yeah, I did. I solved racism. Hand tattoos. Nailed it. No, it's the holiday season. I'm fucking exhausted. I've had a migraine for like 5 days. I was helping I put up 2 Christmas trees today. Like, that is more sap than I ever want to deal with. Like, I'm scared to take a dump. My hand is gonna stick to my butthole with the fucking like, I'm just sticking to everything. It's the worst. I'm like, as I was putting up this pine tree, I just kind of like dissociated for a little bit, and I was like, damn, like, keep in mind, I don't do drugs, but I did have a thought when I was down there screwing the little fucking bolts into this goddamn tree. I was just like, I identify with Christmas trees. Like, I am a Christmas tree because I too am dead inside. I'm in your homes around the holidays, but people are just putting stuff on me to make it seem like I'm festive. I'm not. I'd rather be outside, honestly. I don't. But yeah, so I just live off of like a sip of water a week, and we're doing it. Hell yeah, very healthy. I am a Christmas tree and severely clinically depressed. So that is my thing, where it's like, if you are a Christmas tree, you probably need some, like, I don't know, Ativan. Is that a medicine? Who knows, you guys? Who knows? I ate so much food yesterday. Like, you ever like just eat enough where it's like you can just feel your asshole? Like, you are I should not be consciously aware of my own asshole. Like, I didn't think that was an organ I could feel, but here we are. Like, I'm gonna give birth, everybody. But no. Speaking of giant buttholes and stuff, so I don't know. I need to like start like a new diet, and I have been on this diet for a little while. It's basically just Sprite and ZQL every night. Yeah. I'm on that lean cuisine. We out here. It's
Oh my god.
Is she sleeping? No, she's just, I don't know, been in the Walmart aisle for too long. $4 a bottle. Now that is a bargain, as I steal them anyway. No limits to my shirt sleeve. It's fine. But no, I was looking into it because like I don't like, I have been straight edge my whole life, but I do like to go nunites real hard. I know, real crazy over here. Get the Narcan going, bitch. Like, sleep. Like the biggest pussy, like, fucking drug, whatever. But I was looking up like symptoms of overdose because I was a little bit like, you know, it could happen. Could it happen? Can I actually achieve my dream of like not waking up? That's insane. But I was looking it up, and it turns out the only symptoms of overdose, aside from like dying from ZQL, is it's like severe drowsiness, which, like, no shit. And then warning, if you take the sleeping medicine, you'll feel sleepy. Dope. That's crazy. But there was one that made me laugh just based on the name. It's called megacolon. Y'all ever had a megacolon? Like, that's just crazy. I guess it's just like your like intestines and like your butthole dilate real big because it's something in the vehicle, and like I guess that's a problem because like you can get a whole bunch of like blue balls in there, they get infected, or like I don't know, whatever. But like, yeah, it's and I was like, damn. I don't know, if I knew that like if just like taking something as pleasant as Sprite and ZQL every night would happen, is just like what, I pass out and have a stretched out asshole. Jeez. I don't know, I would have given up dating now years ago. Like, I would have skipped Tinder altogether and just went straight to the ZQL. Like,
oh my god.
What, y'all ever get your butthole stretched out? Whatever, fucking nerds. Oh, I'm sorry. Look at me. Oh, I've never been sexually assaulted. Whatever, you fucking dorks.
Oh my god.
Get over yourselves. Can y'all see that my face is burnt? I burned my face. This isn't even a joke. I am just irresponsible with personal pizzas. So I asked my boyfriend for a bite and he said, "Careful, it's hot." And I was like, Yeah, careful, it's hot. And I took a bite and it went down my face and it just napalmed my chin off. He had no sympathy. But it's true. I need to like cut the shit, you guys. I am getting fat again, okay? I used to weigh almost 400 pounds. I lost 155 pounds. That's right. I became a power lifter. Like I didn't do anything different. I just started like lifting more and it was dope. I got all jacked. I looked like Brieana of Tarth. But now I'm just back to Brieana of tartar sauce. Real puppy. Not good. I used to go to the Planet Fitness. Hell yeah. Anyone here, risk Rona for $10 a month? Fuck yeah. Pizza Tuesdays, Bagel Wednesdays. I'll never leave. But no, I do. I kind of miss the gym, but I'm also glad that I quit because dudes hitting on me was a really big issue at it. Yeah. None of them fucking were. None of them talking to me. Ignored my existence and my obvious advances. It's like, is that not how you hit on men? You just grab the 80 dumbbells and look them in the eyes. You lift more than them. Not hot. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I could crush your skull between my thighs, but I'm gonna go pretend like I'm struggling with this squat rack. I don't know. I'm just real upset. Not a single dude in my entire fucking career at the Planet Fitness came over with like a gallon jug of fucking vegetable oil to just douse it all over my rigid body. Hand me over the squat rack and just start railing me, the lunk alarms going off. None of it. They didn't even like pop a finger in my butthole and I was trying to fucking lift. It was ridiculous. I don't know.
Hey, judgment free. It's a judgment free zone. So.
But I don't know. Pornhub really does set unrealistic expectations. Those are the expectations I had. But it's okay. It's all right. How many minutes left do I have? 19. Perfect. So I right now though I am feeling jazzy, you guys. I have $90 underwear on. Woo! Underwear are $90. Yeah, for 100 you can get pictures of my feet too. So it is buying. Like, mama needs a new tattoo. Everybody, find me on OnlyFans at Tit for Tat. Am I right? Hell yeah. Being on OnlyFans and stuff is cool. People with fetishes are like fucking weird and like they get a lot of judgment, but I can't kink shame because you know what like the most welcoming fetish is? Water sports. The people who are into the pee-pee, like they are arms wide open. Everybody, they are a Creed song. Like you just like,
Oh my God.
you just go to their house and it's like you're in. Well, I was gonna say a joke about Minions, the little Disney characters. Gonna tell a joke about them raping me, but I don't want to end on a Despicable Me Too joke, but I guess I'm leaving. Bye.
Yeah.
Brieana Woodward.
Awesome.
That was a lot.
Great set.
Speaking of that, the guy that voiced Winnie the Pooh, Jim Cummings, is getting me pooed.
I'm fucking Jim Cummings. What the? Yeah, Planet Fitness, Jim Cummings. All
right. yeah, but like you two could get it on. It could be oh bother or some shit,
Yeah. When I peg him.
But like, if you two hooked up, I wouldn't know who would be filing the restraining order.
Who is Amber Heard in this situation? Who wants it? All right.
Yeah, but then with your luck, he'd probably file a 100-acre wood radius restraining order against you. But hey, you can't spell Jim Cumming without. Never mind. No, but Brieana, loved your set. This went from being the cum show to the butthole show, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm
Hell yeah,
turning the
dude.
tides.
Yeah, because that's first sign of AA. You're not allowed to show your forearms, so good form. Good form there, Brieana. And I'm excited to do the corporate shows going up, and I'm like, oh, there you go, load. There you go. We'll just do the same set that we did at Camp Promise for those kids, and it'll be good.
Talk about taking a shit. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Because it's a company, so they talk about taking a dump all the they poop to like get away from the company. So he said, like, honestly, I only poop at work. I'm like, that is a weird thing to say to somebody that's you're booking on, but okay. I'm glad you told me. But I think we should bring up the next comedian. He's a dear friend, absolute sweetheart. 2 comedians left, and then we got your headliner right tonight. I already used a gender pronoun. Fuck. So I have to do the opposite. She is a fantastic comedian. All over New Hampshire, one of the sweetest people I know. Give it up for herself, Randy Williams, everyone.
Hey, thank you, AJ. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lloyd, for recreating every Friday night at the Roller Palace in Beverly, Mass.
Yeah.
That is a very specific joke and very accurate. Oh my God. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I'm wearing my favorite comedy shirt. Yep. Still fits after all these months at home. Who knew that one of the symptoms of COVID was severe bloating? Ugh.
Ooh.
Ugh. Oh, guys. So Bree, I am consciously aware of my asshole. He's 10 now. Yep, it's true. Yeah, they started they started the remote school for the kids again this year. I'm pretty excited about that. It's teaching the kids about the jobs of tomorrow. Twitch streamer and cam whore. Yep. My little guy is gonna be a great cam whore. Pretty excited about that. I've seen him play Fortnite. He sucks. So get it on, buddy.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
People keep asking me and my wife, are you guys going to participate in the COVID baby boom? No, we're not doing that. We're taking very specific precautions. I'm wearing a mask on my dick right now. It's actually not a mask. It's one of those neck gaiters. You've seen those. That's not a neck gaiter. I'm just uncircumcised, everybody. But in all seriousness, I am taking very serious precautions. A couple of weeks ago, this is true, I got a vasectomy. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Ouch.
Yeah, well, I take No Nut November very seriously. Yep, I did it just for that joke. Yeah, I went to a clinic over in Manchester, New Hampshire, and they told me beforehand that I had to shave down there completely, and that was the first time in a while that had been. It was not good, too graphic. Let's just say that I kind of looked like Richard Simmons down there. His head, pretty much. Yeah. That's what we're going for. The surgical assistant, she was a sweetheart from Manchester, and she told me, you better do a good job shaving or I'm going to clean it up on surgery day. And so I did take it very seriously. I did all the prep work. And on the day of the procedure, I sat down and I revealed my efforts. And she took a look and real quick, yeah, great job. And that was that. And guys, it felt really good. And I really trust the opinion of a lady that has seen hundreds of ball sacks in her day. Not because she's a urology nurse, because she's from Manchester. Again, very, very specific regional joke. Guys, I've been watching a lot of. It's accurate. I've been watching a lot of UFC. Not the fights, just the weigh-ins. To me, it's just as dramatic. I mean, can you imagine going up on a stage in your underwear and standing on a scale, and then some dude in a tux tells the whole world how much you weigh? That's my fucking nightmare. And honestly, I'm just impressed that there are 2 155-pound men left in the world. I mean, come on, we're all stuck at home with DoorDash and our feelings. You're both the champ in my book. You guys, I'm fat as fuck. That's right. Sad about it, but I'm doing my best. Thank you, Lloyd. You gotta give it up. So I've been thinking back. There's a lot of words when I was a kid that I didn't know the meaning of until much too late in life. I didn't know what co-ed meant until like 9th grade. Before that, I thought that co-ed meant special ed, and it kind of does. Yeah, there's a lot of ladies in the chat. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You'll get it. The other word that it took me till 8th grade to learn about was essay. I did not know what essay meant until an English teacher said, "I want you to write a 3-page essay on the following subject." And it's okay, cool, because I'd taken a couple of years of French at that point, and essay in French means to try. And guys, I can try to write a 3-page paper. That's no problem. I can definitely try that. And I'm just glad that I didn't take French, because essay in Spanish, that is, because essay in Spanish means motherfucker. Also true. I got some new prescription sunglasses because I'm fancy. I went to the optometrist, and she took a look and tested me out. Says, "You got 20/20 vision." I said, "Oh, cool." And she said, "No, it's like 20/20 of the year. It starts off okay and then just goes to shit right away." And so I got prescription sunglasses, and I got the regular glasses, and I don't know, I don't like swapping back and forth. And so my wife said, "Why don't you get the transition glasses?" You guys know about the transition glasses? What you do is you wear them normally around the house, and you go outside, and after like half an hour or so, they start to grow a little hair here on the sides, and then like a big dick and balls right here on the front happens. I mean, you guys know that all glasses start out as female, right? Right? You're aware of that. Actually, it's true. Here, let me show you. If you look really closely, AJ, why don't you look here? If you look real close, there's a clitoris right here. See that? AJ, can you see that? Never mind. You've never been able to find the clitoris. Don't worry about it.
That's why I switched.
There you go. Smart. He's a smart man. But guys, talking about COVID again, back at the beginning of the year, they were saying that there were some weirdos, some psychos out there saying that COVID was caused by 5G, by the 5G service. And that's not true. That cannot possibly be true. Because if you remember back when it first started, it was all over these different urban neighborhoods. And nowadays it's all the rural poor. So it's not caused by 5G. It's caused by Boost Mobile. All right, I've shit on everybody enough. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Yeah. Randy, you're friggin' delightful, man.
Thank you, AJ.
Dude, I love how you were talking about conspiracy theories. But with conspiracy theorists, if you take away anything tonight, just out conspiracy the conspiracy theorists. I can't believe people that they believe the moon landing was real. Just, you believe in the moon?
It's a spaceship.
So someone needs to do some research, YouTube. But yeah, you should do some research. Like there's not anybody that's just gonna believe like half the conspiracy theories. They're just gonna pick and choose. Just like, how could people not believe the moon landing wasn't real? Where do they think we get all our cheese? This is insane. That's why I started replying on my social media as well. Just like, wrestling's fake. Just like, you believe in wrestling? Just like, wrestling isn't real. Technically, you're right, because this is all a simulation. And we're living in the Matrix. One more comedian left until your headliner. Ladies and gentlemen, this one newer individual to the show. I don't think I've seen them, or if I have, I was really drunk, but I hear that they're very, very funny, and I still have not used gender-specific pronouns. I'm very proud of myself. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Winston Hodges.
Yay, cool. Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. So let's do some comedy stuff here. I'm pretty stoked that COVID has shut down bowling. Like, you can't really go bowling where I'm from right now, which is outstanding, because bowling is the worst date night of all time. Because every time I've ever been bowling, they just put how tiny my feet are on the back of those fucking shoes. So don't really appreciate that. It's a little hurtful that bowling alleys just give away third date information on a first date. All right, that's not fair. I guess I'm the only guy with slender, petite, beautiful, effeminate feet. So I'll tell you what most of my dates are like. Just me taking a lovely lady bowling, and she goes to the counter and she's like, "I'll have a size 6." And I'm like, "I'll have what she's having, actually. If you go ahead." Slide those across the counter. "Oh, you only got one pair? At least it's Velcro. We can share. This is a fun date now. We're having a good time." Yeah. But it is my anniversary, so I'm going to need you to drop the bumpers down because Daddy's breaking 100. So let's go ahead and do this tonight. All right. I used to teach. I'm from Virginia originally. I used to teach. I don't teach anymore. I gave my 2 weeks notice recently, which is hilarious that teachers are allowed to give a 2 weeks notice. That is not a job where people should be allowed to hang around kids for 2 weeks after we fucking given up. All right, that's not really a group of people. Yeah, I unmolded the shit out of some minds over the course of those 10 business days. All right, we did. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I taught in Richmond, Virginia. All right, former capital of the Confederacy. You're probably like, "Oh, Winston, what did you teach those last 2 weeks?" Yeah, I taught whatever I fucking felt like. That's what I taught. Hell yeah. I don't have to listen to an IEP. One of my students came in and was like, "Mr. Hodges, what are we going to learn to do today?" And I put my beer down and said, "Put your mask on, pussy, because we're learning how to throw tear gas back at the cops." So let's go. All right. And then one of my students was like, "But I'm a Republican." I'm like, "Well, get in the van. We'll put the statues back up." I don't give a shit. I gave my 2 weeks notice. All right. I've got something for everybody in Mr. Hodges' classroom. Let's go. The well-rounded curriculum. You can't even be mad. The school I taught at was a school for autism. I only say that so that you know I'm a better person than you. And kind of an angel, did the Lord's work for 4 years, you know, kind of the greatest person who's ever lived and done comedy. But I love my job, but like, it would not always be positive things happening at my job. One day, one of my students, this kid named Darius called me the N-word. And I have never been called that before. So I had to figure out pretty quickly what to do about this situation. All right. On one hand, coming from a student like Darius, it might just be a term of endearment, right? Like, there's a really good chance Darius just wanted me to know that he thought I was dope as shit and he really loves history. Okay. Yeah, that's one hand. But on the other hand, Darius was fucking white and he should not have been using that word. All right, that's a no word from Darius. Okay, super hard R at the end of it. When he said it, real hard. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Darius had my ass against the wall and was like, "Don't start no math, won't be no math." And I was like, "Well, this is English, so I don't really know what you think's gonna happen here." I'm gonna take that as a cosign. When I first wrote that joke, I thought I was gonna be the type of comedian who could get away with saying the actual word on stage because I was using it in a positive way. So I wrote that Darius joke. And when I was writing it, I had something happen to me that I've only seen happen on television shows and movies. I wrote that Darius joke and I had an angel and I had the devil pop up on my shoulder. And the angel was like, no, Winston, do not say that. But guys, the devil was like, yeah, Winston. Please do not say that. That is a bad look for hell in 2020. Really. The racism thing's kind of big, all right? Especially since we got all those cops down here now. I don't know, man. I think that when you're a comic, like your friends will sometimes ask you dumb questions because all the conversations comedians have are stupid. I had like one of my friends be like, Winston, would you ever pay for sex? And I was like, no, I would never pay for sex. And he was like, oh, you think you're too good to have to ever pay for sex? And I was like, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is right now, currently, I'm not even paying for Netflix. I just don't really see pussy working its way into my budget. I don't think that's the thing. Yeah, I am not responsible enough to set aside $12.99 a month for all the Stranger Things I want to watch, let alone whatever market price is for literal Strange. I don't even know where to begin with that amount of money. Plus, I feel like I'm like most guys, right? If I ever really need sex, I'll do the same thing I do when I really need Netflix and just beg my ex, let me look at it, please. What's the best? And if you don't like that joke, you're on your mom's account and you're a fucking pervert. All right? All right? Steal it from your ex like an adult. Like the rest of us are in here. I don't know, man. I don't like transphobic people. I try to be an ally and I try to engage with transphobic people, but they don't like have their arguments for why they don't like trans people don't make sense to me, right? Like one dude I met was like, Winston, I don't like trans women because all trans women try to do is trick you into fucking them. And I have to be like, yeah, that's how sex works. Do you not know that? Like, yeah, that's just how life on Earth was created because I can't remember the last time I had sex with anybody and it didn't start with me doing a series of tricks and illusions inside of a bar. Do you know? It's just me going up to women 4 times a week being like, hey, my name's Winston. I'm an astronaut lawyer. How are you doing today? Nice to meet you. If you want to see me later, I'll be outside walking around in size 28 bowling shoes. So that'll be a good time. I just don't. I had a friend that was just like, well, what if you got home and she had a dick? And I was just like, that wouldn't be the worst surprise I've gotten when I've gone home with a woman. Like, do you not? I went home with a woman once and I got there, she just had a 9-year-old child. And the whole time I'm just looking at him like, why aren't you a dick? It's like, yeah, I'm 30 and unemployed. I have no chance of raising a child. I can raise a dick. There's no way I'll get it rocking. But I think that's good. I think there's an amazing headliner tonight. AJ, thank you so much for having me. This is a great show. Everybody's killed so far. Thank you so much.
Oh, Winston. Oh, that was delightful. I'll definitely have you on more stuff. But
Thanks.
yeah, as far as the rest of you, fuck them. We're all done. All of you. Especially sexy Randy and his beautiful ball sack. But guys, that was all your featured comedians of the evening. Now on to your headliner. I haven't worked with this person in probably close to 5 years, I think. We did a Democratic, like a local Democratic Party show fundraiser. And after that, I realized I'd rather perform for Republicans from now on. I realize this is closer to my political beliefs, but yeah, Republicans all day. More MAGA hats, the better. Hey, the MAGA, the better. But guys, I snuck out of, true story, last year. I snuck out of my own show to see this person headline at Nick's comedy show. And they're like, "Why'd you leave?" I'm like, "Well, because the person on stage was Emily Ruskowski."
Woo!
That's right, AJ. We worked together at that show. And then Hillary lost, and AJ blamed me and banned me from his shows. And then when we finally got the White House back, he was like, "You can come back. The curse is over." So here I am. Sorry about Donald Trump. My fault, I guess. It was my bad on that one, guys. I'm excited to be here. You guys everyone was so great. I had so much fun watching this show. Randy, I thought it was what you were talking about, quarantine birth control. I have a Nexplanon, which is like the arm thing you have to like change out every 3 years. And I went to go see my doctor, and I was like, because I feel like so like quarantine life is so different, right? And you don't like your head's all over the place. And I was like, when did I get my next, like, do I have to get my new one? When did I get it? And she said, like, I was like, how many years, like how long ago did I get this? And she was like, because I thought I had gotten it, like I was way overdue for it. And she's like, you got it in February of 2020. And I was like, and I was like, and how many years ago was that? Is that February was like 7 years ago, right? Do I need to get 2 new ones to make up for it? I don't know what's happened. Like this, I wouldn't say like, I haven't enjoyed the pandemic. I wouldn't say, I don't know if you guys have been like really like having a blast during the pandemic. I like I'd give it like a 2 or 3 on Yelp, I think, for like as far as it's not right. Like, but I also think it's so funny how everybody, like so many people on Facebook. Here's something that's funny that happened at the fellow comics in the room, right? I thought once like live comedy ended, like the comics were gonna devolve into mole people, right? Like for sure, right? Like I would have put my life saving, no problem. Yeah, the comics are gonna dissolve and turn to ash and just blow away. Like that's what's gonna happen to us. And instead, like my Instagram is like all these people, like everyone's like a hiker now. Not what I thought from a bunch of like bar hopping, mouth breathing hoodie comics. Like that's not what I thought. They're fitness people now. So I've convinced myself they murder transients. Like that's why they're in the woods all the time. Is like, oh, they're murdering homeless people they find. That's the only reason. Like it wouldn't. I'm like they aren't healthy people now. They're murdering someone. That's why these comics are in the woods. Like they're not all just like healthy now. Like okay. But I know too many comics to believe we're all just going to be like REI frequent shoppers now. It's just not who we are. It's not who we've been. I have so many people on my, like, I miss my life. I was so involved in my community. I miss my volunteer work. And I feel like I have to like fake that, like, that was what I did too. I also miss I miss farm co-op and orphanage. I spent my time, and those orphans miss me because I know them. Hung out a lot, and we will again. Like my social life has not changed a lot. Like I've always binge watched the Great British Baking Show. Like this is not a lot to get used to. Like I'm like, oh no, leggings and television. Oh, what a oh boy. Although I will say, I'm a 90s kid, right? I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s. And American Girl dolls, like really made me think living through historically unpleasant times would be more fun and glamorous.
Yes.
You know, like Josefina dressed better for the Alamo siege than I have this whole quarantine. Like for sure. I feel like the 2020 American Girl doll would be like, you can purchase Emily, and for accessories, for every 3 work blouses you buy, you're allowed 1 pair of brightly colored stained pajama pants. All we have, and a bed that is everything. Back room table, it's couch, it's office, it's bed. That's your that's what I did. I did do some, like I used to, what another thing that's okay. So I feel like we've all sort of like sunk into our vices a little bit now, right? Like our unhealthy coping skill. So mine is buying stuff. I'm a buyer of things. I buy the things, right? And so I bought the rollerblades specifically for the Roller Palace in Beverly. Randy, RIP Roller Palace, still have the rollerblades. Still skate around my back deck to Another Night, Another Dream to recreate that experience. Random aside, my best friend in 6th grade got her first period at the Roller Palace in Beverly. And my most vivid memory from that is panicking, trying to figure out what to do. And right, everyone, like middle school girls, how they get about anything they view as like a crisis is like middle school girls, like, we all have to figure this out. None of us know how. And I just remember being very serious and like skating around very seriously, being like, I'm gonna go get help. Like on my rollerblades. Trying to get help. I feel like so now, like I online, right? Shopping's easier because you don't even have like online shopping. Everything is. I mean, we were already online shopping before, but like, there's no fucking reason not to now, right? You're just like, right, food to my house, clothes to my house, bring all the things to my house, and I feel like so I'm buying so much stuff. I'm not proud of this. That most of my Facebook ads. So Facebook looks at the things you've looked at and then puts it in your ads, right? Because everything's Big Brother. Jeff Bezos is watching us at all times, right? Yeah. So all my Facebook ads are like Amazon, like this thing, but I've already bought them all. Like people get Facebook ads like, you looked at this, want a second look? But to me, it feels like I'm being trolled. It feels like I'm like they're just like, hey bitch, here's that eye cream you have in your house. Like I feel like I'm being fed to death like that the gluttony victim on 7. Like they're just like, remember this bad thing you did? Here's more of it until you die, buried in packages from Jeff Bezos in your house. I don't want any more Dance Go clogs. Please stop. Like it's have enough. It's not a lot of shoes for someone who has worn them like very sporadically over the last like what happens when these boots wear out? Never, because I don't leave. I used to lead a fancy life. I used to go on vacation a lot. I prefer old lady bus tours of Europe. Those are my jam. And the last one I went on, and I remember, so it was kind of a dark day I got on a plane from Boston. My layover was in Philly. In the time between I got on the plane from Boston, it was the end of January. So in the time I boarded the plane to when I got off the plane in Philly, Kobe Bryant died. So it was like the 1 week where like there had been stuff about like coronavirus, but then all American news was about Kobe Bryant. It was like this huge thing, right? So the news cycle was like really consumed by it. So I kind of forgot. It was just inklings of like news sites were starting to report on coronavirus. And then for that like week, there wasn't really anything because of this like huge, shocking tragedy, right? And so I kind of like forgot the coronavirus stuff. And then I got to Europe and like no one was taking it seriously here. Like people were wearing masks in like the airport in Madrid. Humble brag, I travel places. A lot of places. So this on the old lady bus tour, we had assigned seats on the bus because some of the people had, Alzheimer's, and we didn't want to lose them like last time. So women assigned on the bus behind every day. She had the assigned seat behind me, and she'd be like, coronavirus is in Asia now, and we got to watch out. And I was like, I remember the map from 3rd grade, and US is in the middle, and Asia's over here, and Europe's over here. So we're like fine. We're like as far from Asia as you can get. And she's like, that's not how planets work. Shit, you're right. The world is round. That's a problem. I'm worried now. And then the next day she'd be like, it's in Germany now. And I was like, that is very close. These European countries are all the size of Rhode Island. We're in Barcelona. It's like 20 minutes from here. We're in trouble. Now I'm worried, right? And then I just finally stop her. I was like, listen, Janice, I don't want to hear about coronavirus anymore. I just want to enjoy the 4 Catholic church tours we have planned for today and just let that be my day. Like, can we just, please? Then one of my friends, one of my friends asked me, I said, what do you want me to bring you back? And she goes, I need you to bring me back jamón ibérico. Spain has great ham, right? She's like, I need you back, bring me back Spanish ham. And I was like, okay. I look on the TSA and customs website. Number 1 thing you can't bring back, ham. Like a list. It's like ham, incendiary and explosive devices, citrus fruits, guns, mangoes. Like that's the list in that order. That you can't bring. And so I told her, I was like, I can't bring you this ham. And she was like, here's what you're gonna do. I was like, I don't know about that, right? She goes, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get the ham vacuum packed. You're gonna stack it between your dirty clothes in your suitcase so the dogs don't smell it. And then you're gonna walk through customs real cool, very calm. And I was like, what kind of cured meat kingpin are you? Like, I don't want to be your ham mule. I don't want like. And just an aside, I don't know how to say this delicately. Like, don't ask your fat friend to sneak ham through the TSA. Right? Like, do you have a thin friend who can smuggle this meat into the country for you? Because if there's like a random ham screening at the airport, I'm getting pulled for that. This is so much fun. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. Be safe, everybody. Be well. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Emily Ruskowski, everyone. What do you guys think? Let her hear it.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Oh man.
As for that Amazon thing, don't you just love capitalism? I mean,
dirty, sexy capitalism. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our show. That's a regular comedy portion. And then this is the portion of the show where we open the floor to the audience. And
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
AJ.
I thought that was mine for a
AJ,
second. I was like,
lost you.
shit.
At least it
Oh, there he is. There he
a
is.
very flattering position. That's
I thought that was my computer. I was like, shit.
No, it said like internet not stable. I was just like, yep, understandable.
That's what mine did before, and I was like, crap, don't.
Oh, I just assumed it was the porn I was watching, but
Probably. Probably.
no, I had a link up my I'm not gonna say girlfriend, but my friend can I use your computer? Sure. And then she sees that, and then like it loads up Amazon, and it's the semen cookbook. I was just looking. And,
well, that shouldn't exist.